So what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper, and welcome everybody back to another video. Hope you guys are having a good day. So over the past couple weeks, we have had a plethora of teasers and all sorts of other information coming from various sources regarding the new map and more generally what's to come in the next PUBG update. And it's seeming like every season recently, they just top themselves over the previous one, and this is certainly no exception. So we have a lot to unpack in today's video about the new map, unexpected new game mode, and plenty more. So sit back, relax as we unpack everything today. If you guys enjoy the video, I would really appreciate a like rating. And if you are new, my analytics show that around 79% of my viewers are not currently subscribed. Our goal is to hit 300,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so if you could make sure that you are, I would really appreciate that. Now, if you watched the video I put out last week about the new Volcano map, we had an idea of what it was going to look like, but we didn't know the name of it. The only indicator of that was from the Sanhok teaser a long time ago, where we knew the map started with a P, but that was about it. However, recently, PUBG sent out some boxes to a few YouTubers. Unfortunately, I didn't get the one this time around, but this box, which we're going to get into the contents of what it's all about, this confirms that the map's name is Paramo. I'm sure a lot of you guys may have already seen that, and you already know slightly what the map looks like. However, we do have some more in-game screenshots and features to share about it today, and also exactly what they're doing as far as the lore and how they're revealing it. So within the crates that some of these YouTubers got, all of these boxes contained a shard of a stone with some writing on it, as well as a letter that had a key to deciphering what the stone says on it. And they also got a letter that will tell them which website to go to. So pretty much what they're doing here with PUBG is very similar to the ARG that Call of Duty has been doing recently with all of the pawn takes pawn stuff. If you're not familiar, Call of Duty sent out some computers and stuff to YouTubers, and basically they have this whole thing with pawn takes pawn where you go on this website and it leads you to other websites, giving you information and even revealing trailers to some degree. So PUBG is clearly doing the same thing here with their sort of marketing campaign right now. And there is a website that this box will direct you to, and the problem is when you type it into your Google search bar, lore.pubg.com, as you can see, it doesn't really come up with anything. I'm not sure if the website is broken or if it's just not available yet. I don't know what's going on with this. But as we can clearly see, the idea is very heavily inspired from the pawn takes pawn kind of deal, and they might be revealing whether there's some lore trailers in there or even new features about the new map. It's going to be something or other whenever the site gets up and running. Again, I'm not sure why it's not working at the minute, but I will keep you guys updated if anything does happen to update on it. And speaking of the new Paramo map, Alex the PUBG dev tweeted another image of this, and he's revealing what seems to be a panoramic view of the map, and he is insinuating in this screenshot that there's a few hidden camouflaged people, and if you look close enough, you can see where the camouflaged characters are. Now, we don't know if this is like a comment on what these skins are going to look like. I kind of doubt that. I feel like this is going to be some sort of maybe ghillie suit reskin specifically for this, but as you can see, it looks like this entire island is like scorched over. It looks volcanic, and from a visual standpoint, looks like a really cool blend of Sanhok mixed with a bit of Erangel. The layout we're not 100% sure on yet, although we suspect there's going to be some mountains and active volcanoes, which we can substantiate that also. Now, I'd love to give a big shout out to the Datamine Discord, because after completing all of these stone pieces and then using the key on it, you get a translation that looks roughly like this, and this text basically reveals that the volcano's name is Amancha, most likely, and this is where we get the best indicator of what time period this is going to take place and what the setting is more importantly going to be. Clearly, the stone is supposed to be very ancient, and this is ideally what was happening on this battleground at that point in time. So this tells us either the volcano used to be active a long time ago or is still currently active and will play a role in the map. I think that's actually the more likely option instead of it just being dormant. But either way, it seems 100% safe to say that a volcano, at least in any degree, is going to be involved fundamentally in this map. And you guys can let me know if you think it'd be a better idea to have it as an active volcano and maybe the smoke acts something like the blue zone, or whether it'll block off paths or do something else. If you have any cool ideas for the volcano, I would love to know what you think down below or what you think it's going to do. But honestly, this map is starting to shape up and it's looking pretty crazy. I think it's going to be one of the best maps we've had in the game in a long time. And again, still, I think is the truest new map since Vikendi. Kraken I'm not really counting as it's not a full BR experience, but this one is. It's also bringing a new vehicle to the table, which we talked about in my video last week that you guys saw. It was the dirt bike. So here's the thing with the dirt bike. I kind of predicted that it looked more like a solo rider vehicle, although it can seat two people, and it turns out I was about half right. Now, the dirt bike is a basically solo friendly vehicle, and from what I can tell, it looks like their design philosophy from vehicles maybe going forward or potentially just for this one, is to make it so that each character can shoot from said vehicle. Now, obviously, you can do drive-bys in PUBG and like a Dacia or a UAZ or basically any vehicle that has a secondary seat that can be swapped to. However, bikes don't really have that capability, so it looks like they're integrating being able to shoot from cars and more specifically this dirt bike in this next iteration and map. Not exactly sure what to think of that, if I'm being honest. I'm not sure if this is one vehicle specifically or every new car they make from here on out is going to be able to be shot from without having to seat swap. I have no idea. I like the seat swap mechanic as it adds a pretty high skill ceiling to the game, and I'm a big fan of it, so just integrating that seamlessly could be a cool idea, but I don't know if it would work for every vehicle in PUBG. We'll have to wait and see. Now, moving on, I want to show you guys a bit of a prototype of the new custom TDM spawn kits. This is something that I feel like most people in the community, and especially on this channel, we have asked for a long time, and they've obviously been working on it, and here's a little bit of prototype of what it can look like. The menu looks very similar to the new arena mode, the buy menu that's within that. So if you, I made a video on that game mode a couple of weeks ago, and a lot of you guys seem to really enjoy that mode, and the video did pretty well, so I want to thank you for that. But by no means does this image represent the final product of what the custom spawn kits are going to look like, but I would say this is a nice rough draft. And obviously in TDM, we're not going to have access to literally everything in the game. Probably some of the crate weapons are just not going to be available to pick because that would be a little bit unfair, but many of the, you know, pretty similar 5.56 ARs and 7.62 ones, all of the, you know, basic stuff and common loot can probably be found in this, as well as maybe the majority of attachments. It seems like they've moved some pieces around and reintegrated the buy menu from the new arena mode and made it friendly for custom spawn kits in TDM. So that is really good to see. Like, I'm unbelievably so in love with that because TDM is a ton of fun to play. The only problem is that it gets boring using the same gun and attachments over and over again. So this will hopefully be a nice switch up, and then maybe it'll be like a thing where you can spend, you know, a certain amount of points and you can, you know, maybe go a little bit heavier on armor but less good on guns and attachments and stuff, or vice versa. Nobody's 100% sure how it's going to work yet, but at least we have a visual indicator of what it's roughly going to look like. Also, another brand new game mode is on the way, and this one, it was really unexpected. It looks like an offline zombies mode is on the way. It's either offline or online. We're not 100% about that, but Alex at PUBG Dev tweeted this image right here, and clearly this thing is being worked on, and there's so much to unpack in this picture alone. It's actually insane. So clearly we see a first-person zombies mode with honestly player models that could either be bots or human players. That isn't entirely clear yet, but in some sense I don't know if it actually matters, because what they could do with this mode I think could be awesome. Now, for those of you in the community for a long time, years and years ago, they were speaking about an offline zombies mode that they eventually wanted to implement. We considered the idea to be scrapped because we just didn't see it for literally forever, but it looks like this is kind of making a comeback, and if they're tweaking it in a way where it's just incredibly fun, then I'm all for it. I honestly think an offline zombie wave defense mode where you basically buy equipment in between rounds, so every wave you survive, you get a little bit of, like, you know, those coins to spend, and you can pick from the buy menu, very similar to how they've integrated it in like TDM or arena mode, and you basically get as much equipment as you can to survive as long as possible. That would be so sick. One thing to note is that they've already felt comfortable enough to tweet this out on the Alex account, so it seems like it's way farther off from being just an idea or just a prototype, and they've actually started testing this already. So potentially this could be another, you know, arcade mode that is going to be implemented, as TDM is still literally the only one. I don't know if it's just the zombies player in me talking, but I really think an offline wave defense mode for this game could be absolutely next level. Now, as far as other features that we can expect for Season 9, the Blue Zone backpack, which was added a few months ago in a very small update, I think will be added into the new map. Now, currently it's only available on Sanhok Remastered and Kraken and in non-ranked mode, so it's pretty rare to come across, and I would probably bet that most players have not even seen it or played with it themselves. What it does is it's a level 3 backpack that protects you momentarily from the blue zone, as you can see in the gameplay. Now, it is a little bit of a controversial mechanic and item, but I really don't think it's that bad because it doesn't grant you too much protection from the blue zone. It doesn't give you any lengthy period of time where you could kill people from outside the zone, but I get where some people say that it just encourages, you know, campy or, you know, weird play styles. I don't know. Personally, I haven't seen it to be that much of a problem, and it's quite rare to begin with, so whether we want to see this in the new map or not is kind of up to the community. I would love to know what you guys think. Also, the Decoy Grenade could potentially be in the new map. Now, the devs just kind of openly came out and said that they wanted to test it on only a few first, and if the community likes it enough, then they will implement it everywhere. I'm not really sure how the community as a whole feels about Decoy Grenades, I think they're just kind of like, you know, a relatively benign item that are fun to use, but they don't really have a huge impact on the game. So I don't see any harm in adding them in, to be honest. But from what we can tell, your feedback in this is absolutely crucial as well. So as far as the ARG, what they're doing with the boxes and these new Paramo stones, I'm not 100% sure where that's going to go, but I gotta say I appreciate the effort. You know, it's kind of cool to see them doing that, so we'll see what happens with it. But I genuinely, this is one of the more exciting seasons we've had in a long time. I'm actually really looking forward to this. So looks like they're bringing quite a lot to the table this time around, and I think pretty much all of it is going to be really solid. So I'm looking forward to it, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you think of the new map, and is there anything you're concerned about with this new season? I would love to know. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a like rating, subscribe if you are brand new to the channel, and also you guys can go follow me on Twitch. I stream almost every single day, sometimes PUBG, but not always. The link to that can be found down below. And if you guys want to use my PUBG creator code, you can log into your PUBG account right now, links in the description, and select my name for the creator appreciation program. It would help out a lot. If you do use my code, please let me know down below so that I can personally thank you. I would really appreciate it. But anyways, guys, have a great rest of your day, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next stream or the next video. Have a good one, guys, and peace out.